It's time once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2019 Co-op Tournament for the Final Fantasy Randomizer. This is Game 2 between our two runners, Roth Hates Caleb and the Pillar Men. My broadcast partner tonight is the Hangry Canuck. He's pulling double duty tonight. Hangry, welcome.
Hey, thank you. Great to have you in the boot, Dangwoo, and I'm hoping to have a little bit more of a better match. Actually, the last match was pretty good. Zap Helmet for the win. But anyway, yeah, these runners just played. These teams just played, with Rove taking the first game in 58 minutes. That is a blistering pace. So let's kind of hope these teams get slowed down here a little bit, and we'll see what happens.
58 minutes. That is insane. That is our second quickest race for this co-op tournament already. These teams are blazing considering all the floor and entrance shuffles have been engaged, if you want to say, in this, which means people are, you could go in the volcano and end up in, Cardia Isles or something like that. So one of the cool features for anybody that does not know about the co-op tournament is all orbs and key items are actually shared between both of the teammates. So if they find the loot after 1 second to about 10 seconds, depending on when the server updates, his teammate will receive that said loot or key item or the orb. So it adds a whole new dimension to this game. So as soon as we can, we're gonna get our runners here situated and preparing to go.
The only thing not shared are items and weapons. So if one finds a Mazmun, the other player has to go where that location is to get the Massa. It doesn't automatically transfer over. But other than that, we got a floor shuffle. Towns are regular where they're supposed to be. There is open progression. And we do have some clamped on the bosses, so you won't see any sub 100% bosses. So Kraken's going to have at least 800 hit points. Kraken 1. Could have more depending on what he rolls. So hopefully we'll get an interesting seed out of this and release the runners and let's get it on.
I hope you're ready, Canuckas, with 4 runners racing all over the place with the floor and entrance shuffle. We're about to get started here. 3 of them have gone in. We finally get into Corneria, and it leads into a long
That's the Tunnel of Bahamut. It looks like High Roll Fellas is actually going to check it out. Ends up in Matoya, so he's going to get a couple of chests right off the start. So we'll see what he picks up here.
Black Magic has Quake, Fire 2, so that's decent magic to start. Quake is one of my most favorite spells. Fire 2 will definitely do some work. In our item shop right now, cabins are decently priced, houses are cheap, so we're not looking too bad right now.
Hyro did find 12k down in Matoya, so he's going to have all the money he needs to buy save items and spells and weapons and stuff. So it looks like Wappy and Gigas are going to check it out as well. So day 2, we're going to come across all the cash they need for the beginning of the seed. Looks like Rafe will probably head there next after he buys a few things and checks stuff out.
That's one thing I like with Griggly and I. What we thought of was have one person go into the Corneria off the start, because if it leads into a Cardia treasure, then that person, instead of the other person doesn't go and buy items, he just goes into the Corneria to get that money. So then your shopping is a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely. Now all 4 runners actually have the money to buy save items, heals, so this seed should really pick up and go along, unless they get bottlenecked somewhere. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if they decide to go west or if they decide to go check Provoca. Looks like Gigas is heading for TOFR, while Wappy is heading towards Matoya.
And Hyro's doing the same thing. He's going over to Temple of Fiends. Temple of Fiends is Temple of Fiends, so it looks like Caleb and Gigas are gonna, Caleb and Wappy are going to go towards the Provoca. Meanwhile, Hyro and Gigas are going to check out Temple of Fiends, kill Garland, and probably head over to the Dwarf to see where that leads.
Looks like we had just not too much so far in these chests. Flame Shield, not bad early game. Be good defense for your fighter early on. We're about to get our first look at Matoya. Actually, probably our second look, as it looks like it's a fire floor. So it makes me wonder if there's going to be some big progression item loose early. Now, I got a question for you. Would you continue to dig this floor, or would you make for Provoca and check to see what the pirates have?
At this point, if I have a long initial run, I might go down and check what the next floor is, kind of what Wappy's doing. You know, just use that long run. You have the volcano tiles. You know, search out these chests real quick. You can always make your way to Provoca, no problem. And then, you know, just kind of do... Oh, well, the Bulls have Thunder, so that's good to know. Ice Sword's available.
The trap tiles on this floor are blue dragons, so I don't know if anybody really wants to see that.
I mean, I know the pirates are a really good thing to do since generally they go down easily and stuff like that. But, you know, sometimes doing this gambling dive, if you want to call it, can really pay out early. And with your other ally or your other, you know, friend, Caleb here, if you want to call it, or Hyros in this case, or, you know, someone else, when they come back over, they can always go to Provoke at this point. You might as well just dive at this point.
Well, we got Life Tool White, which is Red Mage learnable, and we have, the only thing we had level 2 black was Bane, so I didn't quite see what level 1 black had. I don't know if there was a sweeper spell in it. Oh, it looks like Fire 2. So they do have a sweeper spell, so they will be able to take out the pirates pretty easily if they try. Unless the pirates actually have something dangerous, because we do have unsafe pirates on at the moment. Come on, pirates, nuke them. No go. Lich right away for Hyro.
Dwarf leads to Lich.
He's going to take him on.
With that Quake spell, let's give it to Lich.
Quake spell. He's got 3 shots of her. Oh, Lich with an ink. Free round.
This Quake will hit.
There it is.
I'm a fortune teller. I know the future when it comes to Quake, and we found Tiamat, which was in Matoya's too.
First orb lit at the 4-minute 35-second mark for Rafe Hates Caleb. Or Rofe Hates Caleb. So there we go. Did we see what the pirates gave? I actually missed it because the fight was on.
It was the canoe. Was
it the canoe? Now what do you do? Do you head down towards Crescent Lake? Or do you head back? It looks like he's heading towards Crescent Lake.
It worked out good. Gygus is still on the west hand side, and the Pillarman's on the east side. So one of them's going to go to Crescent, going to talk to the sages. The other one's going to go to Elfland to check out those spells. So essentially, not only are they going to be able to check all the locations as they're going, but then they're also be able to check, you know, the two towns on the way.
Looks like Roll Fates Caleb has the same plan here. Rafe is already in Provoca, and it looks like Hyro is heading for Provoca himself, maybe. So we'll see what that do. Oh, looks like Gigas found a herb, loose herb. So another flag we have going on here is the NPC shuffle. I guess I can't remember what it's called, but Bahamut, Dr. Oon, and the Elf Doctor can all be shuffled among their locations. So you might go to Melman and it could be Bahamut there instead of Dr. Oon. So even though they have the herb, that does not mean it's going to be an easy turn-in right away.
Soft potions are almost as expensive as houses at this point. Nice.
So the housing market's pretty cheap, you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
And our first look at Swamp, which is Carrie. Giga's making a note of that. I can't see him planning to take the fight, but you never know.
I mean, all I can tell you, the Canuck, if it was you or I, the sages were holding on to the Masa there. That's a big pickup for Wappy there in the Pillarmen right now. That makes it a little bit easier to possibly take on Carrie, but at the same time, with all these quakes, you might as well just try it. you know, if you get a long enough first run, you dive down and you just keep attempting it. I think it's got like almost a nearly 20% chance of working, or it's like a 15%.
You're talking to the guy that in both of our games took on carry at level 4.
Exactly. You might as well try it at this point.
Yeah, you're there. Give it a go.
And get it out of the way.
And I didn't have Quake. Looks like the Red Giants decided to have something to say about this. Yeah.
That is the unfortunate. I mean, the good thing is
well, they got the information on carry. They can always come back. It's one floor. Come back, wipe her out at the end if you want for your 4th orb, right? It's not a big panic right now to get it done.
I mean, if Gigas really wanted, that trap tile was metal slimes. You just, you know, that Agama tile is metal slimes. You could just go there and grind off of it to gain some levels, make it a little more confident when you go to, try and Quake carry, and you go from there. But
no, a very viable plan if you can pull it off. Looks like we have Wappy is now heading for the Ice Cave. See what we're going to find here. So what do you think? What kind of strategy do you think these guys are employing? You think they're gonna, one guy's gonna grind, one guy's gonna search, they're both gonna do both and see what happens? I know you guys were doing both, I think your strategy was do both and see what happens, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, so we found Canaria here. Caleb has found Canaria. The king gives us the Opal Bracelet. So we have Masa, we have Opal Bracelet. Good stuff at the moment. For us, you know, one thing is you have to be flexible in the co-op. There's times to grind, and then there's times to continue to move along. Like, grinding those early levels can help you to move around the map, obviously, especially when magic sucks, or, well, is not very good. And then you also have the aspect of just traveling around and looking for those treasures to help you out.
Looks like we got Fade level 3, Ice 2, Fire 3. Level 3 spells are really nice. But now, both teams know where TOFR is, but neither of them killed Garland or talked to the princess, so now they're going to have to come back to Ice to see what the princess gives. So if they don't have the floater by the time that's there, could be a little bit of a time waste. Oh, Geist with damage poison. Leaving it all on the table. That's pretty cheap flame armors, 9.5k. You're right, houses were cheap, just a grand for a house.
So, like, Hyro right here is going to find out the Agama tile is the metal slimes. We have Fire 2, generally is a good enough spell to kill them unless they roll really high health. He might take a couple of them just because it's right there. I wouldn't really suspect it since he's got to get 12 key items to get the experience boost, but, you know, you might as well get some of the early levels if you can.
Looks like that might be what he's attempting here. He's got 3 shots of Fire 3, so if they got slow, though, that's going to slow your grind down. Especially if they all get initiative on you. Only if cremate too, so you're going to take some damage, so I don't know how well of a grind this is going to turn out to be. Because you're either going to lose a lot of time to their slow spells, or you're going to take a lot of damage from their fire spells if you don't get initiative. But, hey, High's already level 10.
I mean, level 10's really key as of sorts right now because that allows your red mages to use level 4 magic. Level 10's like really key at this point because you already have access to Corneria, you have access to Provoca, and you have access to Elflin. That's 1 through 4 level spells. So you want to be level 10 so your red mages, in the case of Hyro, can use level 4 magic.
It looks like now all 4 runners have the sword that makes anything possible. Except for the last match. Beating Chaos was not possible.
Yeah, last night's Chaos, not to get too sidetracked, the triple nuke. Yeah, that was fun.
The one in the match before this was even better. Looks like Gigas has found some Peds. Now that's going to be a great experience fight if he can take it down. Looks like Ice 3 is pretty good. They rolled a little high. Yeah, I mean, that tail was bad. Not having that tail. Grey Wolves with Scorch. Looks like Dio's down on Giga's side. Looks like the Grey Wolves rolled pretty high because they're eating fire twos.
Well, to answer your question, Greg Puff, I just want to let you know that there was a little bit of a brawl between McCannock and I, but then it settled it by him apologizing and me, well, I didn't.
No, we hugged it out. We hugged it out. Then I punched him in the face and he cried, and now we're here.
Can confirm, it actually happened.
It looks like we have Rafe now, gonna get his level 3 spells. Fade's gonna be a nice little pickup for his white mage, and his red mages at that, so... I mean, you got weapons and spells now, so, what do you prioritize now? I guess the floater, but would you, start checking chests, or would you look for fiends, or...
There's our floater. The Princess Sarah, after rescuing her, gives us the floater, opens up everything on the map now. Because we have the canoe, we have the floater. So the Pillarmen essentially had the lead at this point since they're the only ones with the floater right now.
Yeah, because Rove hates Caleb. Neither of them has actually beaten Garland yet. And I am not sure if they are actually going to go back for that for a while, to be honest.
I know it was pointed out by ETAP, Brack, Warp, Ice 3 is level 4 magic. That's good spells to have.
So, I'm going to give an advantage to the Pillarmen at this point in time.
It definitely is. You'll also see if one of our runners here, as they're both high talent, Wappy is actually going to probably do the airship first. When Gigas gets to the Ryokan Desert, the airship is already going to be popped up for him because of it. It might actually pop up just as he gets there.
Hyro has also got his opal bracelet. Oh, I know what he did. So he's got the floater. Oh, and as soon as Rafe seen that, he turned. He was heading for Swamp, but the second the floater popped up, he did the 180. So we're going to have all 4 people in the air before the 15-minute mark. So now what do? You got the whole world as your oyster.
This is one of the hardest things. I say hardest things, but it's one of those... It's the ultimate test, especially when you get the airship so early, as you have to be able to divide and conquer and give your teammate enough information so you guys don't overlap enough. And Caleb has found Carrie. He's going to find the metal slimes. He might go for it and try quaking, because he seems awfully gutsy enough to try it. I mean, they've already quaked Lich at this point. You might as well try Carrie.
Not too much on the first floor of Earth here. Wappy digging it out. Looks like the slimes have mute, so now that is going to be bad, because now he cannot cast any spells, so he's got to exit out of that. So that might not be a very good grind now. Looks like Gigas is taking on the pirates. Wappy has found a Sardis cave here, or Cardi Isle cave. Good chunk of cash in the cabinet.
I have to admit, the one interesting thing about this flag set is money is so important. Like, you never realize how much money you spend, but all these spells and everything that you try and buy is really expensive and adds up really quickly.
Ice armor for 32k for sale in Provoca.
And there's gold. A gold Cheerio for 52k over in Crescent.
Looks like Wappy's going to check out the Earth Cave while Gigas is checking out Sardis Cave, or he was going to. Earth Cave is the first floor of C. See if he decides to go left or right. Left or right. He's going right. Ooh, Flame Armor, good pickup. Allows him to put that Opal Cheerio on one of his red mages.
Now, one of the interesting parts is when, as you can see on Wappy's side, he gets the C split. When the C split is down after, I don't know, 5-6 floors, and then you have the C split, and then the other one leads into the Marsh split on top of it. Let me tell you, that is probably the most emotionally draining thing you could ever run into as a runner.
Anytime I hit Marsh, it's an emotionally draining situation.
Found Kraken by Gigas. I didn't see where he found it at, but he's relaying. You see him pausing.
He's either taking note. It was one of the Cardia Isles. I believe it was Cardia Grassy. No, Cardia Plains.
So we have all 4 fiends are available right off the bat. All they need to find is key and loot, and there go.
And we have the mermaids for Giga, so this is going to be a good amount of chests to dig out.
This could be
Maybe find a key item or two.
Yeah, this could be a very quick seed.
Looks like he's trying to bane that blue dragon. You fasted the fighter, who did 86 with the Mazmun.
Quake spell on Caleb's side. Ineffective. Masa swing.
Ineffective.
A free turn by Carry early on is always nice. Come on, Quake. Land it for us. Oh, it misses.
Well, there's not really nothing this. Oh, a ribbon in the waterfall. And the mermaids.
Exactly why on clamped bosses, if you're not prepared for it, just go with the KO or the instant KO spells. Or these carry, the carry Lich, Tiamat. They will wreck you real quick.
And a slab from mermaids. Ribbon and a slab. So mermaids paid off. So, and the ship.
The Fade pulls out. Caleb now has 2 orbs. He didn't even stop to save. If he would have died there, I guess he would have had to pause in the middle of combat. But if he would have died right after killing, unfortunately, he would have had to take on Carry again. So a very gutsy play there by Caleb, not pausing to make sure to save or to heal up.
Looks like we do have key locked marshes found, but we don't have a key, so looks like Gigas is gonna debating on whether to dig it or wait till he comes back with the key. Looks like he's gonna dig it early. Key could be in here. Could be a big pickup. A Fog 2 helmet. The herb. We got key items flying all over the place now.
You are absolutely right. You look away for a split second, and all of a sudden, all 4 of our runners are just finding key items everywhere.
You look at the tracker, it's blank, and look down 3 seconds later, and it's like, oh, it's half full now. That's the worst part when you get the airship early. It's the routing. Like, if your routing is off, you don't want to double up on stuff. That's why I find getting the airship early is really tough sometimes. Wappy scores the cube from Sarda, according to ETAP.
But we have to do a huge thank you to Meridian, who set it up where when one of our runners finds a key item or lights an orb, when it gets transferred over to the server and then to his teammate, the server will automatically collect that data, and that data then is sent to our tracker, who then can light up those orbs because he knows exactly what was picked up. So it makes it a lot easier for us to make sure that you guys, the viewers, are able to be able to keep up with everything that goes on.
Looks like we have Dr. Oon in his vanilla location in Melmond here. So they do have the slab, so they will be able to translate that. Oh, no, sorry, it's the Elf Doctor. But they have the herb, so just as good.
Why you lying to our viewers like that? That was definitely the Elf Doctor there.
I should have known because he was moving. It's my bad.
You couldn't tell because of the pointed ears?
No, I don't look at stuff like that. All lives matter. Looks like Grace gonna check the caravan.
The unrunnable seafood party pack. That can be annoying in Temple of Fiends Revisited in the seafloor. Because sometimes you run into...
weak. That's a good thing.
The snakes with paralyzing touch. That'll be fun. An explosive find by Team Pillar Men. They have the TNT now, and they found the cube lock. They have the cube, but you can see Gigas. He's paused right now.
Doesn't look like he's gonna check it right away. He's at a warp charge. No, he's got 1 warp charge left.
I would think he would save it. He has the cube. Oh, he must have forgot he had the cube.
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't feel comfortable going down with no. Ooh, it looks like Wappy is doing a grind on these manticores here.
Manticores are a good source of experience. Generally rolls, a decently low HP. You can use most spells on. You're right, Hypes Nova. Welcome. These guys, we have found all 4 fiends already. They essentially just need loot and key, and they could potentially go into Temple of Fiends Revisited. This could be a very quick seed, depending on where loot and the key are located.
Yes, Falconic. You step away for 15 minutes, and they do have 2 orbs. This could be another sub-hour seed. Looks like we got some digging now. Rafe has made it through ordeals to Pillar Maze. He is actually going to check the chests here now. The only incentivized location we do have is Keylocked Marsh, remember, so... The chest in ordeals will not be incentivized, so it's probably could have nothing, it could have something, like every other chest in the game. We still have not come across the vendor item, though. A Quad X staff. And there's the ruby. Meanwhile, High is digging up the volcano. See if he finds anything good. Frostwolves get initiative. They seem to just want to attack. Giga's heading for the waterfall. We have not seen the waterfall or on rack yet.
There's the rod. Now, the only downside is I believe that is on rack that he's in. He cannot sell any of his items. Because what you can do is, in co-op, you save, then you sell, let's say, your masa, you sell all your armor. You make sure you get that amount of money to purchase that said the key item. And then what you can do is you reset once your teammate receives that key item. And then you get back all of your armor and your weapons.
That sounds pretty cheap. I didn't know you could do that. Interesting way, though. That would be smart. It looks like now it's just down to finding what you need, getting your levels, see how comfortable you feel, hit TOFR.
I mean, the biggest thing that these runners are going to find now is Kraken generally can hit very hard if they can't get enough in biz stacks, especially with the clamped, as Caleb has found Kraken. And then the Tiamat, you have to go through our Lord and Savior, the Robot Chicken Warmech. So, Warmech can definitely be a gatekeeper.
Looks like Rafe is heading to try out Kraken here. But he hit the unrunnables, he doesn't have any spell charges, so he had to exit out. He's probably going to go get a quick in and probably go back and give it a shot. Meanwhile, we have Gigas in the Temple of Ordeals. Wappy is on his menu screen. He did find Astos. And it looks like Hyro is fighting some Sahags. So this is pretty interesting so far. I have to give the advantage to Rolf, though.
I do too.
With the 2 orbs lit.
I don't think the Pillarmen actually went down far enough into Dwarf to find Lich, and I don't think they went far enough down into the Matoya's cave to find Carrie. I think that's where it was, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So they haven't gone down far enough to find them, unless maybe they did and I missed it. So they could spend a little bit longer time trying to find out where Carrie and Lich are.
Looks like Rafe has got his in. See if he heads back for Kraken right away. It looks like he is heading that way. He's heading towards north. Towards Cardi Isles. Gigas picked up his ruby. Yep, looks like Rafe is going to take on Kraken.
I mean, you might as well. I think he's got Brack. It's got a decent chance of doing it. I think he's got some Fog 2 helms and stuff like that. You know, you just try and Brack him, bane him, or, you know, you can do the Fade charges too, but just realize you have to go through 800 HP clamped, and it could go higher than that. So how much time do you want to give Kraken to, you know, instantly kill all your guys?
Not too long if you can avoid it. But I mean, you got the Massa, so you're set anyway. Calamari City coming up. Question in chat, what did the herb turn into? I don't think anybody passed it in yet.
It turned into the white shirt, which was a fire 2.
White shirt was fire too?
Yes, it was. And we got our first pull of Kraken. 10 hits, 676. See you later, knight, or fighter at this. But we come back broken into pieces. That's our third orb lit for Rolf Hates Caleb.
So 3 orbs at the 28-minute mark. What a blistering pace. Rafe Hates Caleb. This team means business, folks.
Yeah, all they need to find... Oh, there's our key. The TNT is into key. Oh, boy, this is going to be a quick seed here, ladies and gentlemen. All we need is loot at this point, and Rafe Hates Caleb is 1 fiend and 2 key items away once they get that
and
TNT and turn it
ribbon. Into dwarf locked. So what do you think now? If you're Rolf's team.
I mean, they got to find the TNT. It was in Sky 2, I believe. I don't remember exactly where it was at, but that's going to put them in a good location. But at the same time, Pillarmen have made up a lot of time. They're in a good shape here, because if this Marsh Dive turns into loot, I mean, they could essentially be in go mode right now. And then they could easily kill Lich, Carry, you know, Kraken for sure. And then they just got to spend time on killing Wormek and gaining levels.
Question in chat. What items get shared? Key items and orbs get shared. And everything else doesn't. So if you find, so say one guy finds the key, then your partner gets the key. But if you find a Mazmoon, you have to tell your partner where that's at, because it's not incentivized. So he has to go get it. So basically, incentivized items and orbs are what's shared. Cheerio is not shared.
Guess what we found?
I missed it.
Unlimited use nuke sword. We are going radioactive, baby. Let's do this.
Wow, a nuke sword. So now you can have, like... Wow. Just wow. I didn't see what the key chest turned into, though, in Marsh.
I actually missed it, too. I looked away for a split second.
Or was that the nuke sword? Turned into slow? Figures.
So that's the defense sword that turned into slow.
Not as good as the lamp sword. Oh, those Gurmedusas looks like they had something pretty dangerous, because Furry and Rafe are down.
Now, one thing is interesting about the Green Medusas, if you don't have armor on them, they roll a lot of hits, and they can tear apart your very clothy wearers here. Or, well,
and especially if they have any kind of touch on them, because every hit has that chance for the touch to attack. So if they have death touch, oh, shudder to think.
I think I'm going to wait for Caleb to... I think TNT's in that bottom right chest. What do you think pulling up one of Rolf Hates Caleb talking about their 3 orbs already?
Sure, let me go have a check. I'll be right back.
Looks like on the right, Gigas is still... He's using that nuke sword to very good...
All right, I have Caleb
There's
here
a
in
nuke
chat.
sword? How's it going, guys?
How did that... so we just want to ask you a quick question. How do you feel? You got 3 orbs gone in 35 minutes.
We are on a cube and loot hunt, but we feel good. We know where Tia is, so it's just a matter of finding the cube and loot the cube. I just saw him give me the cube. We're looking for the loot and the key, and then we are in go mode. And I see he just found the crown for me, which is awesome. We haven't found Northwest Castle yet, but it feels good, man. I love these flags. I love this tournament. This is so much fun. We're having a blast doing it.
Alrighty, I'm gonna send you back.
All right, man.
And you heard it from them, folks. So predictions. I want to see in chat. What do you predict what the finish time is going to be?
I gotta admit, right now is interesting. Gigas in the upper right hand right now is grinding slimes. I think they're preparing. I think they're getting ready to take out all these fiends. Because he's already at level 20, 21 right now. I mean,
they know where all the fiends are, probably.
I'm starting to think so. I did, because he's already on Carrie's floor. He should know dwarves leads the lich. I mean, depending on how soon it takes them to get the loot, I mean, they could have the new record.
So it looks like it's going to be Gogus that's going to be the one going in, while Wappy is still on a loot hunt here. So this has been a really, really quick seed, or I'm just really no good at the co-op in this game.
Well, ghosts have cremate. That could be very dangerous. I don't think we found very many ribbons at this point. So not only do ghosts hit hard, but they also have cremate to just hurt everybody. So that's always nice.
So it looks like Gigas is still doing... Yeah, I have a feeling that Gigas is going to grind until Wappy finds that loot. Then he's going to go beat up fiends and head straight into Topher, I think. Ooh, Rolf picks up the X-Cal.
Yep, Caleb's picked that up. Unfortunately, no promotion, no tail, can't use it.
They got the Mazda, though.
I mean, you also have the nuke sword, which is funny because Hyro literally picked it up just as... he came into the chat, which is hilarious. So he didn't actually know that his partner had already had it.
Yes, Nico AZ. Topher entrance is randomized. We do know where it's at, though. Our runners do know where it's at, so the second they're ready. So predictions on this loot. We've seen the one incentivized location. Where haven't we really seen yet?
There's a bottle that could lead to it.
No problem, Nico. Any questions, buddy? Shout them out in chat. If I miss it, I'm sure someone in chat will be more than happy to help you out.
One of the interesting parts about this for anybody that's out there is the loose items are so hard to track in this. So if you attempt to even track how many loose items are in each seed, you're just going to get lost completely. Like so it should be around 8. But there's just so much going on that counting it actually messes you up.
Another question in chat. Do both members have to kill Chaos? No, Magius. Just one person. So that's pretty much why Gygas is grinding while Wappy is looking for that last go mode item they have.
But for bonus points and all that good stuff, we recommend it, right? Except...
Oh, if you can both kill Chaos, go for it.
Except one of you has to either zap, quake, brack, or rub him.
You know, that'd be a good idea for, like, a challenge seed someday or a tournament. You have to quake glitch, Bane carry, break Kraken, break Tiamat, and rub Chaos.
I
think we have an eye tile here by Hyro, or else he's in the sky floor at this point. So that's going to be a good find if this is it. Yep,
Yeah,
the
kinda
trap
missed
tile.
Astos had. Looks like Astos had the loot, actually.
No, Astos had the Axia.
Oh, I heard someone say Astos has been learning guitars, so I find out. Or guitar, however it's pronounced. English is hard. I'm Canadian.
So Onrak's entrance, Onrak's seafloor entrance with the Oxel is opened up now. As you can see, Wappy going there. Hyro on your bottom left is grinding. On your upper right, Gigas was grinding for a while. I believe he's in the mid-20s now.
Gigas is at level 25, so he is pretty much level set for Topher.
We found the ice 3, or the ice cave 3, which has got the eye trap tile and the ability to warp back up. We have a Kraken fight in the upper right by Gigas. Masa swing 5187.
So it looks like Gigas has now decided it's time to pull out the fiends here. Nuke Sword 126. Carries tough. Taking those spells like a champ.
But he goes down in 2 turns. First orb lit for the Pillarmen. They are slowly crawling their way back. Caleb unfortunately finds the randomized 4th floor of the floating castle, which means he doesn't know where that portal is. He could get lost in here, or he could get really lucky and find it really quickly. Let's see what happens.
I'm pretty sure now Gygas is going fiend hunting. Oh, there's another ribbon found by Wappy.
He's definitely going fiend hunting. He went right from carry right to Lich here. He's probably going to go for Kraken at this point.
Yeah,
and
I think he has the level to try for Tiamat.
Yeah, you might as well try and kill Tiamat too while you're at it.
I like what Pillarmen are doing here. Gigas is actually going around killing fiends, getting progression, getting stuff done, while Wappy is looking for that loot, that last key item they need. If it works out right, and Wappy finds the loot at the same time Gigas has the 4 fiends down, he can go right into Topher. Rip it up.
That's their second orb lit. You blink, you look away for a split second, and Pillarmen have already got 2 orbs lit. They're catching up, and Gigas is probably heading over to Kraken now.
Looks like Caleb has found Tiamat, Bahamut, and he will get the slab translator from Dr. Un. And we have Adamant Loose in Ice. That could be a good turn-in. That could be our loot. Yeah, and it looks like Gigas is heading straight for Kraken.
Yeah, so they must have done a lot of. No, this is Tiamat. So he's going down against the. We're gonna see our robot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes your metal overlord. What's he gonna say tonight? What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? Bite my shiny metal. Beep. Looks like he's debating on whether to go offense or defense, but looks like he's going all offense. Nuke Sword, fasten the fighter attacking, and he's looking for something to do with the Black Mage. A Lice 3, 58, little damage. White Mage down. Manu fast the fighter with the Mazmoon, 7 hits, 230.
That was very unfortunate. He'd lost his Nuke Sword.
Oh, he has too. He lost a good source of damage. It's going to be up to the fighter to take it out with the sword. 7 hits, 194, Ice 3, just chip damage. Oh, ooh, quick reset out. He's not wasting any time. Good reset, I like that. No sense wasting time.
Yeah, without temper, I think he's going to have a hard time taking on. Masa with 7 hits was not doing enough damage. And without any invis or anything like that.
Rod, vendor, 57k. Have we seen Rod a lot?
I don't remember seeing it yet, but I mean...
we don't really need it.
Well, no, but it could lead into, somewhere that leads to, the loot. You never know. And our War Mech round 2. to fight.
Looks like Caleb's going to hand in that bottle. The fairy is going to give us a Litnin Tree Hammer.
Bane from Warmech, but we get a lucky 475 crit.
You got a fast off on the fighter, though, so Maz is now going to be hitting like a truck.
He has about 700 damage dealt to Warmech. He has 1,000 at least health. That's about 800 now. That's 1,000. He's at original health. There you go. 567 finishes it off. That's good experience. That goes to your red mage and the fighter. I'll take it.
Oh yeah, well no, that's really the two most important pieces to your puzzle right now. I mean, you could pretty much finish this on the two of them if you really wanted to. But it looks like Pillarmen are gonna light their third orb shortly. What a comeback this would be, considering the blazing start Rolf and them had. But that loot is still MIA.
So
Did anybody check the adamant yet?
I don't know. I haven't seen them go back in there yet. Oh, that's because they just found it.
There you go. Could this be the go mode? At the same time, Gigas is gonna kill the kill Tiamat. Ooh, Chime. That opens one more area to explore.
Now we know that this led to the key. The TNT led to the key, so they've already done that. So the only thing that Rolf hates Caleb is they got to get that TNT to at least help them to lead into progression or towards the needed item. And the tail is from the Lefanish people.
Tail will be handy.
Ruse level 5. That's pretty good. That at least can help save some of your casters. Invis 2, I believe, was there also, so that's good too.
So now, the Pillarmen just need to go to Kraken, and that loot is still loose.
I mean, you can see Wappy. He is looking everywhere. He is just hard charging, doing as best he can to search every location right now. He knows his teammate is basically, in the 30s with two of his caster or two of his light warriors. One of them's got a life spell. The other one's holding the Masa, swinging for huge damage.
And he's about to go take out the fourth fiend. I believe they have 3 fiends down right now, don't they?
The Pillarmen have 3. Yes, they got the air down. So they just need to kill Kraken, and Gigas is heading towards it right now.
Exactly. So they find a loot around the same... Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be spicy in TOFR. No, don't be sorry. You're doing a great job tracking for Azara. Pulling double duty after common with me. Surprised you're still around. You haven't quit yet?
I mean, if we keep harassing, he might.
No, he's a good sport. Looks like the greater than less than doesn't have much right now. Oh, there's the crystal. That could be another good turn in. I think right now you almost have to follow your turn in items, your quest chains. Once you find a quest chain item, you gotta follow it. Because that's more likely to lead to something than chests are at the moment.
Well, I would think the Pillarmen would be doing that, except for Gigas is on fiend duty right now. And so he's not able to do that right now. But once he kills Kraken, I would assume that's what he's going to do. He'll make sure to take care of all those little fetch quests and get that done with.
At the same time, we're about to see the crown here. I believe we've seen it already. So, some Oxy Ale for you. Astos was huffing on the Oxy Ale.
Hold the presses, everybody. We have found an important weapon. In the bottom left, Hyro Fellows has found the Vorpal.
You got the Mazza. You need the Vorpal. Oh, Kraken just poison touched the white mage. It didn't really matter because he pretty much wiped her from existence there. But that is all 4 orbs for the Pillarmen now. They're
just one loot away from going into Temple of Fiends, and they have a team that is ready to go in Gigas. He is ready to just go into Temple of Fiends and just go.
And
all he needs is temper at this point.
And they do have the items checks to do, so if one of those turns into the loot, he can go in right away. Looks like he's going to check out to see what the Oxy Ale turns into. We have Elfland Castle. Prince had a Fire 2 gauntlet. Keeping himself warm while he sleeps, that's all. It's cold there in that castle. It's drafty.
There's one thing I would do if I was Gigas is make sure to get that temper. At this point, that Black Wizard is 27. He can use temper, at least 2 charges. Get those tempers and be ready for Temple of Fiends in case you find it.
That was a smart move. A veteran move by Gigas. He went back just for that 3rd ribbon. I like where this is going here. So where do you think this loot ended up at?
Yeah, I would love to be able to... I
mean, they got the adamant and they got the crystal to turn in, right? I don't think they turned in... They haven't checked those 2 yet. So that's 2 potential locations for your loot.
Wait, but they've done the adamant. They've done the TNT already.
They did the adamant? Okay.
Yeah, they did.
So there's just the crystal.
So yeah, they gotta find Matoya's.
Matoya's found. Matoya was here.
Okay, so that's where they're going right now to see
if
maybe Matoya's got it.
Dun dun dun. There it is, folks. Pillar Men are go.
Give me a G. Give me an O. What does that say? Go.
And Gigas is going to waste no time. He's in it, and he's heading straight for Temple of Fiends.
By the way, I'm never doing that again. That was highly embarrassing.
Yeah, you're not a cheerleader. You might be. I don't know. I'm not nothing against cheerleaders. You could be. There are male cheerleaders. I mean. But I digress, and we have our first entrance to the Temple of Fiends at the 49-minute mark, 37 seconds. That is blistering. If this Topher turns into be an easy go, this could be easily sub 55, sub 56 minutes.
Now, one thing to note is Gigas does not have the tail, because they never went into Marsh Lock to get the tail that was there. I believe the tail was there. And then on top of that, he doesn't have temper. So without Vorpal and temper, at this point, he's got to hope that that these fiends didn't roll high absorb.
He's got Massa and fast. Even with high absorb, there's a good chance the Massa's going to cut through. Plus you got a nuke sword, a couple of nukes.
Ah, yeah, that's right. The tail was from the slab. That is why he is our tracker. He's keeping us honest here. Without him, I would just be spewing nonsense, which is normally what I do anyways.
I was going to say that, but you saved me the trouble. Here we go. We are on the Earth's floor. We're going to get our first look at Lich 2. The hit points on that black wizard are a little low than the black mage there. He's probably not going to survive a nuke. Let's see what the purple punching bag has tonight. 5 history 14 from the Mazmun. Fade 166. Another fade 254. Lich is tough, still standing. Fires back with Lit 2. Nuke sword for the win. 150 damage. Crab cakes, where was the loot? Matoya had it. Crystal led to the loot. Loose crystal nice, which Hyro is about to pick up very shortly, which will lead to their loot.
Yep, they got to find the TNT that leads to the key, and then they got to get the crystal, which was just said by my commentary partner, Canuck. That leads to the loot, and then they will be go mode because they know where all the fiends are.
Yeah, they've already taken out 3, so This is turning out to be one blistering seed here, folks. Oh, Agama's with stare, but it's only damage stare, so it's not too bad. I always wondered, oh, did he get stone poison? But he's got his ribbons, so Gigas is in good shape for this. Like you said, I'm going to digress to something here. If... I can't even say it, like, it won't roll off my tongue.
Oh, it's okay, Canuck. Just let it out. You'll feel much better as Carrie annihilates Gigas' Black Mage. That poor thing was broken in half. Maybe in thirds.
No life spell's gonna bring that guy back. Should have said erased from existence, let alone slain. Oh, and there he goes putting up the defense. Smart move. He knows Carrie hits like a truck.
Yeah, but he made sure to wait until after the poor Black Mage he gets annihilated. How nice of him.
Well, you gotta test the waters. If Carrie would have not hit anybody, well... Carrie's pretty beefy, though. Down he goes. 2 down.
Halfway through, on the left-hand side in the upper left, Caleb is about to take... He's on the Bridge of Destiny. He's going towards Warmech. If he kills Warmech, they have all 4 Fiends, but they still gotta find the loot and the key to be able to enter Temple of Fiends Revisited and travel 2,000 years in the past to take on Chaos.
Well, he does have the crystal, so he will have the loot in his possession whenever he decides to check the crystal. I don't know if they have TNT yet. I believe they do. I can't tell what it is on the tracker. No, they don't have it. So there you go.
We do know Warmech hits like a truck. Warmech does have Bane, but I believe Caleb has 2 to 3 ribbons already.
Here we go. Kraken 2 fight. Warmech fight, folks. Doesn't get much better than this. Action everywhere. Warmech first round Bane. Poison smokes the 2 red mages. So Kraken is radioactive. Comes out with a nuclear. Low rolls. People survived.
Yeah, the Black Mage, they must have been undercover. He was able to take that radioactive bomb into the face.
Oh no, and it looks like Wraiths didn't get the cure 4, didn't get initiative, fighters down, gotta go with all those fades. It's White Mage versus Metal Mage.
Kraken 2 is down on the right. Gigas is making his way through. Very little, very little terror, if you want to call it, at this point. He hasn't had many problems. These Fiends are about the vanilla health, and not a whole lot has been done right now.
No, he's on a. This is a pace that could be the best of the tourney by far so far. Depending on how Chaos goes, though, it could always be better. Looks like Tiamat's going to take a nuke sword for 197. Looks like he's going on the offensive now. Fades, nukes, swings with the Mazza. Looks like Wappy is now going to enter the Temple of Fiends here.
376 roll by that nuke sword. That's a great damage on these Fiends. Please give me more at this point.
Tiamat's still standing, though. He's sucking back those nukes like a champ.
470 by the Masa. He's doing damage here. Teammate rolled high. Okay, he killed the red mage on top. That's good still. Wappy has entered now.
Oh, and the black mage is down now, too. But down is Tiamat. He's got his white mage alive. He's got life, too, so... We're about to see chaos. Holy God, at the 56-minute mark. 56, probably 20, 30 by the time he engages.
I mean, before this even... Give it to us, Canuck.
Here we go. He's going to fast the fighter right away. Nuke, sword, attack, and he's going to put up some defenses. Attack from the Mazmun, 35 damage, only 1 hit. Nuke sword, 142. White Mage does get the invis up. A little bit of defense. Ain't going to help, though, if Kraken decides to hit. There's the fast. Axe attacks, 127. Not hitting very hard. That's all offense now. Fades, nukes, invis. Nuke sword hits. 102. Whammo with the fade. 192. Another invis, 2. It's looking good. Mazmoon shot. 5 hits, 249. Oh, Chaos. 2 hits, 233. Whammo's on 2 knees, but he's making her. He's fighting through the pain, folks. Then a nuke, fade, attack from the Mazmoon again. Force 152. Ice Tree comes out. 42 damage. Chaos takes out Whammo with one big swing. 142 from the nuke sword. Fade, 202. Chaos still standing, saying, bring it on, folks. I'm still here. Another swing at the Mazmoon to its 288. Cars comes out with a fade. 135. Nuke sword again from ACDC. 190. Chaos attacks the White Mage tree. It's 443. White Mage is down. Another attack from the Mazmoon. 4 hits, 67. Nuke sword goes off. 165. Chaos takes out the Black Mage with a major strike. It's whole day to win, folks. Mono on mono. Tree is 111. Tree is 313. Chaos attacks again. 134. Another attack from the Mazmoon. 4 hits, 116. Chaos still standing. Another attack from the Mazmoon to his 288. Chaos still around, attacks. Oh, he misses. One more chance. Another attack from the Mazmoon. 115. Critical hit. No, that's 95. This is down to... Oh, Chaos attacks again. It is wiped.
That's why you gotta cast those Invis 2s. That White Mage had plenty of time to cast them, but he started casting Fade instead, and it cost him at the end, unfortunately. But it was a very good... Ooh, Glitch has... Stone touch. Kind of funny.
Rolf has found a key. All he needs to do now is pass in that crystal and they will be set. They'll be go mode and they can make their dive. This could still be an impressive time, folks. But I have to agree with my commentary partner. I think he needed to put up more defenses instead of going on the offense.
Alright, so since we have a little bit of time here as Wappy's about to pull carry 2, just for everybody that goes on, we have more FFR co-op racing going on tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Trash Island Fire Department number 9 versus Thunderous Recap. That's game 2 tonight on Randomania 1 at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, Zodiac Braves versus Team Map Strats. And that's going to be on Randomania 2.
So keep it here, folks. Keep it to the Randomania family of channels. We have some hot and heavy Final Fantasy action for you. Never a dull moment. Looks like Hyro's taking on the Warmac now, and Warmac Banin. Down goes the Red Mages.
That nuke is doing work by Warmac. I think it's been taken out 2 to 3 Light Warriors every single time we've seen him cast that thing.
Gigas is already down on the fire floor. He does have the information now for Chaos. Let's see if he adjusts. Let's see if he pulls like our buddy Will Cleosis would say. Even though he's a Vorpal lover, he's still my buddy. I love the guy.
So
see if how he adjusts.
Yeah, from what we've seen so far, though, the first 3 fiends aren't too bad. Although Kraken didn't really get to show a whole lot. So I think both players on the Pillarman side are going to have a generally easy time, considering Gygas has already given all the information to Wappy.
Oh, and carries down right away. They're both neck and neck, folks. They're both on the water floor.
All right.
Meanwhile... Oh, go ahead, buddy. Start.
We're going to give the Monochi recap for everybody. On the right-hand side, the Pillarmen are in Temple of Fiends Revisited 2,000 years in the past. On the left-hand side, Rayfaith Caleb is waiting on loot, and that's all I'm going to tell you.
That was like the perfect mono recap. I liked it.
It was probably a little bit more than he would have said. Yeah, you're right. It was a little too long, but every now and then, mono gets a little,
He would have said right side Temple of Fiends, left side searching for items. Done.
Yeah, you're right. Mono, can you come in here and show us how it's done real quick?
Yeah, Mono, jump in. I got cookies. Chocolate chip cookies, freshly baked.
Kraken 2 on the right-hand side. Cast Zap, that's one dead on Wappy's side. I don't think we've seen that last time. So the poor White Mage is the unfortunate victim of the Zap. Lit 2, that's a free turn at this point.
And it looks like Rolf's team is doing the same strategies that the Pillarmen did. Looks like Hyro is going after the Fiends while Rolf is trying to dig out that loot. Looks like he's going down Keylocked Marsh. He's not going to like what he finds, but...
So Wappy's through. He's going to be taking on Tiamat 2 on the right-hand side. Bottom left, Hyro Fellows is taking on the original Tiamat at this point. And on the top right, we have Kraken 2 being pulled by Gygas for the second time. So Pillar Men are going for the win here. In Viz 2s, they're not playing around now. Wappy's not playing around. Says, nope, I know how hard you hit.
Fighters down to a knee. No cure 4, so... But he knows how weak that... he knows one more shot from the sword should be enough to take care of Kraken here. Looks like he got initiative. 6-400 down.
And Tiamat has some health to it, as you're saying. Tiamat 2 has health, so it's going to take a little.
Yeah, I think he was up around... Must have been close to 1,500-1,600 before he went down, I believe. So it looks like on Rolf's side that looks like Hyro was checking out the Sages. Gonna grab the Mazmun.
Oh,
I think it was the Mazmun.
The nuke roll for 300 barely kills Wappy's red mage. He has to reset out.
It's alright though. Gigas is there.
He's there, but that is something that Gygas didn't see. Or Gigas didn't see, and probably wasn't able to tell Wappy about. And because it killed that red mage, it stopped Wappy. He had to reset out.
Okay, now we have Rolf and Caleb flying around. I'm not sure if they remember to have the crystal. Because none of them are heading... Yeah, they have the crystal. They must. He wasn't ice.
I don't see
it's on the tracker, though.
Nope, it's on the left-hand side. They don't have it.
Whoa. But they were down in ice. Did they not check the chests? Was Crystal... I thought Crystal was in ice.
I think it was in...
Or was that last seed? I could be getting them mixed up, folks. This is my second in a row.
See, now you have me questioning.
No,
on the right-hand side,
right.
Gigas is up against Tiamat 2. He's got to hope that Tiamat does not one-shot that red mage. That black wizard gets destroyed again.
And that 5 hits 100 from the Mazmun to fade 133. This ain't looking good. Fire 2 chip damage. I'm not doubting the championship. I'm not doubting the champion.
Oh no, that red wizard! Oh,
slight breeze.
Oh boy. Okay, so I don't know what his fighter has. I don't think he has ruse because he's not promoted. He has to reset out.
This is giving Rolf a chance.
It really is, unfortunately.
And Rolf's about to get their crystal. Because the champion said so. He's probably going to warp out right away, turn that in. Get his loot, be go mode, because they have all 4 fiends down. No, it looks like he's going to explore a little deeper.
Well, the important thing about the class promotion is it does allow you to have some other options, armor-wise, and, you know, the spells.
Just say it.
And the game changing.
Just say it. You know, I notice what you're getting at. I can hear it in your voice.
Look, I'm just saying, as much as I enjoy watching, you know, Masa hitting for 4 hits, 100 damage with like 3 crits, you know.
Oh my god. I don't know what to think now.
This is why we were opponents.
Yeah, we never would have worked well together.
I think we would have worked positively, amazingly.
Yeah, we probably would have, to be honest. But no, can't go against Team Scrub. I'm solid in my choice of partners.
And
we had some interesting things going on in chat here. Mona was saying, just use Ruse ×3 and Nuke Sword.
You know, it's really interesting. Mono pops in and tries to tell our runners how to do something so easily, but yet, when we ask him for a recap, you know, he runs out the door and we don't even see him because of the dust trail of how quickly he just ran off.
Looks like that Rolf is going to put some armor on his fellers.
Lich 2 has been pulled once again. Hyro is about to find out that they are in go mode. Here, 3, 2, 1, there it goes. They know they're in go mode.
Lich 2 down on Gaia's side.
What's interesting is nobody's found Temper at this point.
Temper's gotta be level 8. It's gotta be.
I would think so, considering we haven't seen, even on the right-hand side, the Pillarmen don't even have it.
There's Cure 4 at level 6. And with a white mage, that would be bombing. Can the red wizard learn that? That could be just the advantage they need.
The first slot of white magic in level 6 is not learnable by the red mage.
And we got carry 2, 5 hits, nuke sword, 358. That nuke sword is doing work, rolling high damages. AC, DC. Should be casting lightning, man. Thunderstruck, come on.
Life 2's now for Caleb's side. They're in go mode. They're going to be entering Temple of Fiends here. Gigas here needs to make it through. He needs to keep his Invis 2 casters up to survive against Tiamat. And then he needs those Invis casts against Chaos. Chaos seems to be slap happy. He needs to make it possible.
So, Rolf hates Caleb, enters the Temple of Fiends 18 minutes behind Pillarmen. Let's see if they have any better luck. Meanwhile, they got to get over a little pothole here first. Bye, pothole.
They almost blew a tire at that point. It was close.
No, you're not in Canada. If you hit a pothole in Canada, you lose your tire. Down goes the white mage.
That's not a good start.
Got to keep that red mage alive, or else. Cracking with Zach. No, everybody survives. Comes out with the fade. 112, nuke sword. 376, Kraken is down.
That was probably the butt-clenching thing for Gigas ever right there.
Oh, and an unrunnable.
The white wizard gets heat-seeked by Kraken, and the red mage is just hanging up in that top slot like, hey, attack me, Kraken.
Oh, and the nuke sword user gets stunned. Waste of time here on Gigas' side. Ice 3 won't wipe everything out. Meanwhile, Rolf is on to almost to the earth floor already. He is making up ground quick. Alright, Gigas gets past the seafood party platter, guzzling another couple of levels, which is handy. Alright, let's see if we're going to see any YOLO strats here.
Look at that HP on that knight. 701.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a boss. He's a champ. Worms, unrunnable worms, but this is good, more experience. Kind of a waste of resources, but we need, mute. If that goes off, okay, nope. Because you would not be able to use that nuke sword if you get muted. If you get muted, you cannot do any item magic.
Wappy's still grinding. Both Rolf Hates Caleb players have entered Temple of Fiends Revisited. Caleb just killed Lich 2, as you see. Hyro is making his way. He's going to travel 2,000 years in the past. And on your right, the leader as the moment for the Pillarmen, Gygas, is about to take Tiamat 2. Tiamat 2 hits like a truck and will basically one-shot all of his light warriors. But then he also has to save up enough Invis 2 cast because Chaos also hits like a truck too.
248. Oh, Mazmoon missed. Fast fire. Team out fire too. It's funny, no one's put on the Vorpal yet. They must know better.
Well, unfortunately for the Pillarmen, they can't because they don't have the promotion. On the left-hand side, Masa is pretty decent early on against Lich and Carry. It does good enough. But the higher absorbs of Kraken and Tiamat, the Vorpal would be very good for.
I don't know. This could be a major comeback here.
Another butt-clenching moment for Gigas. The red mage is hanging out in the top slot, just begging to be attacked. Ooh, nuke from Tiamat again.
Begging to be plucked.
He has a chance here. Does he get good turn order and kill Tiamat here? Come on.
Gotta
320.
get the kill here. Oh no, he's going to have to reset out again. Unless he decides he's going to go at it.
Carried 2 on the left-hand side by Caleb. He's making his way in, but carried 2 is not very easy by himself either.
Tiamat takes him down. Now we have Rolf hates Caleb in the lead.
I mean, I have to admit that the one interesting thing that you guys that we've noticed is Kraken 2 and Tiamat 2 are heat seekers. They, for some odd reason, will just go straight for your white mage off the start.
Looks like Gygas is going to do a bit of a grind on those slimes. That's what it's looking like to me.
Yep, Wappy's done grinding. He's about high 31, 32. He's now joining in. Wappy's a very quick player. He's probably going to make up a lot of time.
Yeah, they've been wiping in Topher now for a good 23 minutes.
Quake Strats by Caleb on Seafood. Interesting play.
Meanwhile, Hyro is taking out Lich too. As Wappy is making his way towards the earth floor and stuff. Rafe's going to get his, or Caleb's going to get his first look at Kraken 2 here. See if he sees what he likes. Looks like Hyro is trying to do the nuke sword and fire 3 on Lich. Not attacking with the sword. It's kind of funny, but fire 2 ain't going to work too well on waters, boys. Waters are weak to ice.
Now, I do think on the right-hand side, the Pillar Men forgot about Cure 4 being available in Crescent. I don't think they ever got that. That is pretty important. Ruse was there too, which is very helpful considering how heat-seeking both Kraken 2 and Tiamat have been.
And honestly, Rafe's levels are still a little low from what we've seen.
Caleb's doing the information dive for Hyro, I think, because Hyro's got the much higher level.
Yeah, but Caleb could take this home if everything goes his way. He's rusing up his red mage, getting all sorts of evasion on him. Oh, and Kraken with nuclear first, but low rolls. Everybody survives.
He's going all offense by Caleb. He's hoping that no nuke comes out. Kraken does have a nuke, so if that comes out, that could wipe out every single zap comes out. 1, 2, nope, 1 it gets zapped to the 4th dimension.
3 ribbons paying dividends there.
Hyro kills Carry 2. Wappy's on Lich 2. Up top left, Caleb is still taking on Kraken. Fade kill. Caleb is now through. He's going to Tiamat 2, making his way here shortly. Hyros is catching up to his teammate. He's got to make it through some waters and a seafood party platter. Wappy's trying to catch up. He already knows all the information essentially to win this, but he's got to get there. He's got to play catch up.
I don't know what to say, folks. This is what we put on for you. This is what these runners do, but none of it would be possible without you, the fans.
Caleb's healing. There's our Tiamat 2 pull. That knight is in the 3rd slot. We got ruses going out, I believe. Nukes coming out from the fighter widow. Oh no, I'm sorry. Fades from the red mages.
He's going all offense. He's not even attacking with a sword.
398 nuke shot. That's great to see. Okay.
Rafe's down. I guess he's not taking the chance on the absorb being bad. He's going with the sure thing.
Carry 2 in the bottom right by Wappy. He's trying to catch up. Carry 2 is down. Caleb's getting close to Tiamat 2's life. It's about 1,600 to 2,000 HP, I would say, and he's broken about more than half of it to 3/4.
Getting good turn order, good initiative. Bad roll there, 106.
Ink
Tiamat,
is letting
free turn.
Ink. You always love to see an Ink out of these version 2 fiends.
There's been all RNG on on Caleb's side so far. But we all know the longer you leave these fiends alive, they run through their spell list. There's still lots of dangerous stuff out there.
Wappy's caught up to Hyro. He's on Kraken 2. There's the nuke. Tiamat 2's down for Caleb's side. Hyro has pulled Kraken 2. We have a double Kraken 2 pull now. Zap comes out for Hyro, or for Wappy. Only kills the one.
Oh, Vampire's hitting hard. No, come back. There you go.
The Team Edward fan party, or, you know...
I've never seen that movie.
No, you haven't? Well, apparently Caleb is a Team Jake.
He's a Twilight fan?
Yeah, because he just pulled back-to-back Twilights.
And here we go. Rolf is going to get his first look. Rolf hates Caleb's team is going to get their first look at Chaos.
Wappy's through. He's going to Tiamat 2. He's making good use of what he learned from his teammate. He's about to take Tiamat 2 on. Gigas is entered in the Earth floor now. Hyro's catching up. He's going to take on Tiamat 2 almost simultaneous on the bottom end side. And Caleb is just making sure he's prepared to take on the Ultimate Fiend Chaos.
I don't know, folks. This is way too much action. I'm overstimulated.
Free turn for Wappy. Ink. He's fasting up. Invis 2 by Caleb's side. He's doing a smart thing. Invis 2. We know Chaos hits like a truck. There it is. 3 hits, 400. Annihilates the poor red wizard on Caleb's side. Nuke sword comes out. Up. He's fasting the knight. Still casting the nuke shirts.
The knight's got the Mazmoon on him, so doesn't have the Vorpal.
More Invis 2. That's 2 stacks of Invis. 347 from that. Almost kills that red wizard, but he's still alive. He gets the fast off. That's huge.
That's a huge fast. You sacrificed your life for us. We'll sacrifice back for you.
Caleb's looking good. That is 3 Invis 2s very shortly. Wappy's catching up. Hyro is still working on it.
Rafe went down. More Invis 2. Mono and mono. With the white mage in tow. 4 hits, 216. Man, there's so many fiends to call. I don't know what to do.
Wappy's through. He's going to be taking on Chaos here very shortly. That 2 HP on Caleb could be the tide turn.
We haven't seen Cure 4 yet.
Chaos tried to attack. Missed. Those Invis 2 stacks are doing well on Hyro's side. He's thinking of what he was doing after healing up, making it through the Tiamat 2 fight. Wappy's about to pull here shortly.
Looks like a Lightning 3X. Oh, Chaos is missing. Slap happy. Chaos Force. Tries 299. Chaos still alive. Doesn't know if he wants to go with the nuke sword or if he wants to attack.
Masa swing. Only 1 hit. He's still trying to Masa swing. I think nuke shirt's the way to go at this point.
Oh, and the white mage is down. Crit. Mono on mono. Hold A to win, folks. 110 from the Mazmoon. Another Mazmoon shot for us. 139. Chaos slice back. 175. Mazmoon shot again to his 31. Meanwhile, Wappy is just trying to catch up. I don't know what to call.
Caleb's gonna be. He's going man mode, and it works.
Oh
412. That is the win right there. Caleb.
GG.
Caleb pulls. Says, you know, I don't need the nuke stick. I'm just gonna beat him with my muscle. And that's exactly what he did to bring home the win.
Oh my word!
Wappy was hard charging, but I mean, I mean, he got away from the nuke stick and he went to his Masa swing, and I think it was a very interesting call. I think he would have been able to kill Chaos probably earlier had he not done it, but I mean, it worked out, and that fast where his red mage survived with 2 health was probably the most important thing.
GG, fellas.
Hey, how's it going?
Thank you.
Oh, meanwhile, Wappy is on Chaos.
Wow.
Eyes on Chaos. Gigas is on Kraken too. This match, this action, it's also hype. And there, Wappy takes down Chaos.
GG Wappy.
All right.
Wow.
So I guess to kind of start here, you guys, we brought you in for the mid-game interview, or the in-game interview, and you guys took off to a blistering start there with the insta kills on the Fiends. You went up 3-0 on the Pillarmen with your kills of the Fiends, and then you guys got stuck with trying to find the loot and the key. How'd you guys feel about that? Because literally, that was your slowest part about it. Like, how'd you guys feel knowing that you guys were essentially in go mode? Maybe 25 minutes in, 30 minutes in, if you find those 2 items.
Yeah, it felt bad. We got a little confused. I think this is the downside of running like a double header. Like, I was like, oh, did you check this? And it was like, oh no, it was that. And like, we were just getting our seeds crossed from the previous race. So it was definitely confusing. But we got it done, and apparently it was a minute difference between our dot duns. GG Wappy, GG Geigus. This was I'm shaking, so you guys.
So I'm going to pull a page from Will Cleosis and give you a bit of a hard number here, and I'm going to let you guys swallow the pride. The Pillarmen actually entered Temple of Fiends at the 50-minute mark.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys entered 18 minutes later.
Wow.
At the 1 hour 08 mark.
Wow.
So
That's cool.
To kind of go along with that one, Gaius is in here, and so is
Hello.
Wappy. Welcome.
GG, fellas.
Everybody.
Hello.
GG. I'm mad about
That
Topher.
was 2 very, very good races. The first one was like 3 minutes apart, and this one was a minute apart. That's some phenomenal races. It should have been fun to watch.
That was fun to commentate.
I'm glad it was entertaining.
I have to talk to Geigus. I have to ask you. You almost had the record for completing the seed. You were at like 55 minutes in. Unfortunately, Chaos showed you just how strong he can be and just manhandled your knight when you tried to solo him.
I'm not sure it was Chaos that manhandled me or the fact that the nuke sword was doing like 112 damage around.
He had Chaos at 55 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
And then
He
I
was there
died.
early.
And then I died twice more at Tiamat before I leveled to 35, and I was on Kraken again.
Just couldn't get through it, or what?
Just bad Topher luck, man. It's like if Tiamat punches down one of your guys, you get some low rolls on some damage, and he throws a nuke or something, it takes out your other Life 2 caster. I got through him twice, or once with just a knight, once with everybody, and then died, and then that's it. Never made it back. That's Topher.
Yeah, it's tough. Whew.
Yeah, the first seed, we got zapped through 2 ribbons. And then this happened. So FFR is not kind to us today. So GG.
GG.
Not our day. You guys are really good. So go
Thanks.
beat the next team.
Like, you guys are great competitors too. A total of 180 seconds separates both of these matches. So it just seemed like this time the RNG was on our side, and that's like one of the unfortunate side effects of the FFR, like you're saying, Wappy. Like, on both of these races we did today, I was able to clear Topher on my information dive. So I got lucky with some good damage, and the way Chaos spread the love around. So luckily he was just punch happy. I wasn't able to get evade capped, but I was close enough to survive those punches. I think my knight had 88 health left, and it was basically just hold A and pray, and he went down.
Yeah, so what level were you guys?
I think I was level 26 or 27 on my highest character.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
He was level 30 on his first dive.
Well, I was your information going in like.
So the biggest difference between you two, just so we go over it, on the Rolf Hates Caleb actually had the tail, but on top of that, when he went into Chaos, he got the 3 Invis 2 casts off, so his knight was able to dodge a lot more attacks than you were able to on your almost game-winning drive there, Gigas.
Man, Temper would have made the difference, for sure.
Where was Temper? Oh, it's level 7, right?
7, Gaia.
Yeah, I never got that.
we didn't find the tail. So
I survived on fast and holding A.
yeah. What level were you on the first game?
Probably 24, 23, 24. Going into Topher. Like whenever Hyro and I do this, he always ends up with the levels. And I've been going into Topher on information plays, and I'm usually wiping on like Kraken or Tia, but today was just a different story with
Hey.
Topher. So
It's no problem. That's awesome. I'm going to get you to flip coins for me from now on, though, just so you know.
Yeah.
So I guess
amazing.
my question goes to Rofates Caleb. You guys have now moved on, correct? So you guys are now in the Elite 8 of things. How you guys? I know, right? How you guys looking towards your opponents there? You got the Fuglea and CLPP.
Yeah, the Crescent Lake party planning, Spellzap and Danny, like that would be a fun matchup. Filgaia, that's Stony Wrath and Corrido, if my memory holds. And Stony Wrath is a great runner. I don't know a lot about Corrido. I know he helps out a lot with the restreaming and stuff with speed gaming, but I'm sure he's a heck of a player too. And I don't know who I'd want to see there because Spellzap is a great runner. And Danny 383, she has the information. She's been tracking this game, and she's like the queen of the tracker. So she knows the game inside and out. Between the game knowledge and just the speed of Spellzap, like that's a nightmare combo. And then on Corrido and Sony Wrath, you have Sony Wrath, who's another great competitor, went pretty far into the tournament for the spring tournament, and Corrido is that unknown quantity that's hard to gauge where he's going to be, and when you don't have information on a player, it's hard to know how to prepare for what they're going to do. So I think Hyro and I were just going to do what we've been doing. It seems like it's working. So, and just I'm glad that we're done for the week and we can just kind of take a breath and just relax. And Wappy Geigas, thank you so much for being flexible with the schedules and stuff. I know it's kind of hard getting all this booked up, but I look forward to watching you guys race more in the future, whether it's in the on-rack summer vacation or in future tournaments, dude. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and now you have to win because we'll be rooting for you.
I appreciate that, man. It's a lot to carry.
All right.
I think we posted some brackets too, so.
You didn't bust mine. Do we have any final thoughts from our winners today?
Hyro's audio is breaking up, so he had to dip out. But I think our final thoughts are the co-op is a ton of fun. I want to thank Falconic and all the other admins for putting this tournament together. This has been a blast. Thank you, Canuck and Dangwoo, for doing the broadcast. Irian, thank you for tracking. Thank you, Tyrnex, for the restream. This has been a ton of fun. Thank you, Randomania, for hosting us through this entire tournament. I'm excited, man. This is a ton of fun.
And from our other winners tonight.
Well, good game all around, of course. Can't wait to see what comes up next. And I've got to say, I'm proud of what we did today in this race. This was kind of baby's first race for me, and one of my first streams, honestly. So I'm totally proud of losing well. And I only wish the best for the other team going forward.
Thank you, man. Yeah, you have nothing to be ashamed of. This was we got lucky here. So we I feel like we stole this from you. So GG's, man.
GG.
Yeah, good game. Don't feel like you stole it. You guys played well.
Yeah.
I mean, that first match, you got a sub hour.
That's our secret. Don't tell anybody about it. That was a non-restreamed race.
I just want to let everybody know
I blew that out of the water an hour ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rofates Caleb had an under 1 hour seed. I repeat, Rofates Caleb had a 1 hour seed, less than 1 hour seed earlier.
15 seconds off the fastest time from beating Shadow Walkers. So Shadow Walker and Demon Frog, they put up a crazy time in their first race. So looking good, man. This is a fun tournament. I can't.
Alrighty then. That's perfecto. You guys did great. GG to both teams.
Thank you.
It was really fun to commentate. You guys were back and forth. When that chat was hype when you guys entered at the 50-minute mark, everybody was like, "Oh my god, it's going to be 55-minute seed." The excitement was there. It was just awesome all around.
And you guys had, I mean, there was a couple wipes in the Temple of Fiends on Pillarmen's, and then all 4 of you were in Temple of Fiends. I mean, you go back and watch it at one point, you know, we had double pulls of Kraken 2, Tiamat 2, while Caleb's hanging out 1 boss ahead. I mean, it was great. I hope you fans enjoyed it. I'm Dang Wu. My broadcast partner was the Hangry Canuck. Later tonight at 10 o'clock, we do have the Trash Island Fire Department number 9 versus the Thunderous Recaps. That's on Randomania 1. We also have Zodiac Braves versus Team Map Strats at 11 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, and that'll be on Randomania 2. Canuck, take us out of here because you're awesome at it.
No, buddy, no. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Remember, stay hyped. There's 2 more matches to come tonight. And if you like what you've seen here, you're going to love what you're going to see next. So go, like I said, get yourself a coffee, an energy drink, whatever it takes to stay awake, because you're in for one heck of a night here on Randomania. So you all have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow.